voters then to support a referendum. Tonight is the final information session for people to learn more about this. Emily Byer joining us live this morning in Appleton. So tell us about this meeting and the proposal, Emily.
Yeah, good morning, Tammy. Yeah, this is an operational referendum for $15 million per year over the next 4 years. School leaders tell us over the past 3 years, they've been hit by inflation. They've had minimal funding from the state and have accumulated a deficit of $13 million. This referendum will cover that debt, but also put the remaining $2 million to bring school counselors and social workers full-time in Appleton schools. But what does this mean for taxpayers? It means the tax rate impact will be $15 per year on a $100,000 home. The average Appleton home is roughly $300,000, so it would be about $45 for the average homeowner. School leaders tell us if the referendum does not pass, the impact will be tough to navigate and cuts will have to be made.
Our biggest concern is if the referendum does not pass and we have to cut $13 million from our budget next year, it's going to impact all areas of our schools. It'll impact areas like interventionists for students. It will impact paraprofessionals, certainly administrators, technology, co-curriculars. All of those areas outside of the actual classroom will be reduced to make sure that we meet budget next year.
Now, there is a final session to learn more about this referendum and ask questions of school leaders. That's tonight at 6:30 at the Appleton Area School District Welcome Center. Tammy, for folks who cannot attend, the district created a breakdown. There's also some short videos with typical questions folks have had. That is all on their website. We've got that linked for you in this story at WBAY.com. We'll send it back to you.